in the light of the Lord. Jeremiah chapter 42. And while you're turning there, just let me say this. Life is a walk.
Yes, it is.
It's a journey.
Yes, it is.
It's a walk.
Yes.
And Sister Shirley, I'm having to walk it day by day.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And I don't know about you, but our tomorrows are determined by the steps we take today.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
You with me? What I'm doing today is going to determine some of my outcome of tomorrow. Some of the stuff that you're living with right now was because of the way you walked 4 or 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And so you got to understand that in this Christian life, we have to learn to walk. Just as our little grandbaby over there is learning to walk and learning to talk. But she's learning to walk. She's pulling herself up and she's gathering a hold of the couch or the chair, and she's moving back and forth. And it won't be very long and she'll be walking on her own. And she'll turn loose of the couch. And she'll turn loose of the chair. She'll turn loose of Mom and Dad's hands and Grandma and Grandpa's hands. And she'll start walking on her own.
Yes, she will.
But in the spiritual world, God never wants us to turn loose of His hand. God wants us to be dependent upon Him. Now, I know that's contrary to the way most of us think, because we want to do things on our own spiritually. We want to do things on our own in a spiritual level. But understand, God doesn't want you doing it on your own.
No, He doesn't.
He wants you to be dependent upon Him all the time.
Yes, all the time.
Because like Sister Shirley sings, I can't even walk
No, we can't.
without Him holding my hand.
No, we can't.
And I don't want to even try walking without Him holding my hand. So God wants us to be dependent upon Him. Well, read Jeremiah 42 and verse 3 with me. That the Lord your God may show us the way wherein we may walk.
All right.
That the Lord your God may show us the way wherein we may walk and the thing that we may do. He wants to show you how to walk. He wants to show you what to do.
Yes.
But we've got to learn to walk in the light of the Lord.
Yes.
We've been walking in darkness so long that it's hard to see. But we need God to turn the light on. And we need to learn to walk. Now understand that just as my grandbaby has to learn how to walk, we have to learn how to walk as well.
That's right. That's right.
We have to learn how to walk, Sister Donna, all over again.
Yes.
So I wrote this down. There are seasons in our lives where we
Yes, it is.
experience good times.
Yes.
The blessings, Brother Roscoe, they come one after another. I'm kind of like Deuteronomy chapter 28 that says that even the blessings will overtake you. I mean, you'll turn all around, and there's just been one blessing after another coming your way. And I mean, you're singing the songs of the church with joy. You have discovered that God has helped you to walk away from fear. He's helped you to walk away from depression. He's helped you to walk away from loneliness, from loss, from unforgiveness and disappointment. Ain't that right, Sister Ruthie? He's helped you to walk away from it. Then there are seasons in your life. I've been in some of those lately where it feels like we're going through a drought. We're going through a famine. This is when the test comes. This is when the trying of your faith comes. This is when, like the lady sang a while ago, we've come this far by faith. Having to lean on the Lord. I can't see what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I don't even know what's going to happen next year. Hello. I couldn't tell you last year at this time what's going to happen right now. If I had known, I would have quit a long time ago. But believe me, God has given me just enough light for the step that I'm on. Brother Roscoe, if he showed me the big picture, I would have scared going to give you just enough light. Just enough light for the step that you're on. I know some of you in this room wish you could see the outcome a year from now.
Oh, yes, I do.
Even a month from now. I just wish I could see what's going to happen tomorrow. But God says, I've got your tomorrow in my hand already. I just want you to hold my hand. I just want you to lean on me when you're not strong. We all need somebody to lean on. So the enemy comes in. He tries to steal your song. He tries to steal your joy. He tries to make you have car trouble and financial problems and health trouble. Where do we get the strength to handle all of this pressure? Where do we get the strength, Sister Shirley, just to keep on going on? Where do we get the strength that we need just to keep making it day to day to day to day? It's a rocky path. It's a rough and rocky road. And this flesh, Sister Mary, can only take so much. And it's hard for me to understand and comprehend in this fleshly tabernacle that I live. Oh, but one of these days, we're going to understand it better by and by. We're going to understand why. We're going to understand all the reason why. God had allowed us to walk through this journey. And the way that I have a hard time seeing the light, Brother Gary, at the end of the tunnel. But I'm holding on to His hand. I'm trusting Him by faith. Surely I am.
Yes, I am.
Hello. But where are we? Well, we've got to understand what it means to walk through dark times with just enough light for the step that you're on. Come on, are you with me? So I wrote this down. Sometimes in life, God shines like the noonday sun.
Yes, He does. Thank you.
You can see Him clearly.
Yes, He does.
You can see His hand in everything that you're doing. I mean, shines like the noonday, so bright that we can see clearly miles ahead. Hello. Come on, talk to me.
That's right. That's right.
It's like coming into Albuquerque, New Mexico. You can see it miles off. Miles off. Come on, talk to me. You're going to never think you're going to get there so far. But you'll keep on going down the road. You'll finally make it. Come on, talk to me. Some of you in this room, you can see clearly miles down your road because there's nothing to obstruct your view. But then, Brother John, other times in our lives, He gives us just enough light.
Yes, He does.
Amen.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now, I'm blind without my glasses, and we have to leave the bathroom light on because it's just enough light for me to get out of bed about 3 o'clock in the morning. Hello, come on, talk to me. Because if that light wasn't on, Sister Becky, I'd have every light on in the house trying to get there. Come on, talk to me.
All right.
But sometimes you just got just enough light, Brother Gary, for the step that you're on.
Come on.
I know a lot of us in this room, we want God to illuminate us and lighten up our path so that we can see clearly.
Oh, yes, we do.
But if you saw everything that needed to be seen right now, it would make you scared.
Oh, yeah.
It would make you. So, Sister Cheryl, I wrote 2 things down like I like to write down. Y'all know me by now. Number 1, as you take one step at a time, holding on to God's hand and letting Him lead, He will get you. Some of you in this room are worried about getting to where you need to go. But if you'll hold on to Him, you may not have just the light that you can see in front of you. But He didn't promise you a rose garden. He didn't promise you an easy way. But He said, I'd be with you all the way through it, even to the end of the world. I'll go with you all the way to the end. Understand this. And Sister Mary, if He's with me, He'll make sure that He gets me to where I need to go when I need to get there.
Yes, He will. Yes, He will.
And I've discovered it's one step at a time.
Just one step. That's all.
One step. All you gotta do is take one step. All you gotta do is take one step.
That's all.
And He'll you there.
Yes, He will.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
My grandmother, we grew up with a praying grandma on both sides of the family, but my grandmother always said this, said, if it's the Lord's will, I'll be there.
I know that's
If it's the
right.
Lord's will, He'll get me there.
Yes, yes.
There's something to my grandmother's praying that way. The Lord's will, I'll be there. The Lord's will, I'll do that. Because why? She knew that if God didn't get her there, she wasn't going.
That's right. Amen.
I ran across this prayer the other day. A man was praying this, Lord, I haven't done anything wrong today. I've made no mistakes, spoken any wrong words, or thought any bad thoughts. I've done everything right so far, but I'm really going to have to depend on you now. For Lord, because I'm about ready to get out of bed.
Amen.
Pretty safe, Brother Craig, when you're laying in bed. You ain't done anything wrong. You ain't done anything at all. You ain't made no mistakes. You haven't spoken any wrong words, and you haven't even thought no bad thoughts. But I'm kind of like that man most of the time. But Lord, you're going to have to help me now. Because I'm about ready to get up and get out of bed. Come on, talk to me. Woo! And by the way y'all look, He's having to help y'all too.
Amen.
So learning to walk is a process. So what do you mean, preacher? Just when we think we've got it all figured out, God leads us in a new direction, a new place, where nothing we learned yesterday will work.